Sure, you could buy that cheap helmet, but chances are you probably wouldn't keep that head safe for long. In this video, we got Jenson USA's top 10 picks of half shell helmets to get you out there on the trail, pedaling hard and keeping the stoke high. What's up everyone, Mark here.
Alex.
Always just says his name, from Jenson USA to bring you another one of our great top pick videos. Today we're going over our top 10 half shell helmets here. These are primarily focused on trail riding, maybe a little bit of dirt jumping and everything in between. So if you're looking for that new helmet to get you out there on the trail, whether you're looking to get that sweat out of your eyes, that comfort on your head, that quality fit, or even the all-around protection, we got you covered. So sit back, we got top 10s coming up. Here we go. All right, so with our first pick here, let's go over a pretty obvious choice on top picks, and that's the Fox Speedframe Pro. If you've been riding mountain bikes for any sort of time, you're gonna know, like, you've seen this one out on the trail, you've probably seen your friends riding it or whatever. It's an absolute quality helmet when it comes to our open face, half shell helmets here. Now this is equipped with MIPS technology. If you don't know what MIPS technology is, it's basically the system inside that allows the helmet to kind of shift anytime an impact occurs when you're on the bike. So it's not gonna keep that helmet directly secure 100% on your head. It kind of shifts with the weight of the impact and creates a safer, impact. Let's hope that no one's going down though. Also with this, it's got the EPS core foam. This is basically your high speed foam core in here that's meant to absorb impacts at high speeds. Just a very standardized safety measure that helmets you're gonna see in this top 10 here have equipped with them. Also what I love, Fidlock buckle. If you've never used Fidlock, it just makes life so much easier when you're out there on the trail. Sometimes I'm riding and you're on that climb and your head's itching real bad and you can't get your finger in the bore vent to get in there and get that scratch. It's just so much easier to pop that Fidlock, get the helmet off, get that scratch, and get back to pedaling. Has a 3-way adjustable visor for all your goggle compatibility. Nice antimicrobial ionic liner in here, so if you got that stinky sweat because you're out there and you're just dripping and you're riding in the heat, it's going to keep it so your helmet's not smelling up the entire van after you throw your bike in there. Just all in all, general, it's a great helmet. It looks good, it fits really nicely. Anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, it's just one of the standard helmets out there. It's just great for all around pedaling. It's got plenty of ventilation, plenty of protection on the back of the head, so yeah.
Fox Speedframe Pro.
All right, next up we got the Dropframe Pro. This is the helmet that I personally ride. It's got a lot of the same features as the Speedframe, but it does have that additional protection. It has a little bit more on the back, and you got the extra ear coverage. You also do still have that Fidlock buckle, which is super convenient. Definitely a big fan of that. This one does have a fixed visor, so it's not really going anywhere, but it's nice and secure there. As far as adjustment, there is no adjustability other than the pads, so you want to make sure to check the sizing chart before you buy.
These 3/4, shell helmets are really good, especially if you're looking and you ride the bike park a lot, you have a dirt jumper, but you also don't really want to have multiple helmets per se. You can have that one helmet, get that extra protection around the ears, the mandible, all that kind of thing. They call it more protection, mandible orbital reinforcement. I had to get that from my notes just because it's such a mouthful, but basically it's a little bit extra protection like Alex said, but it's a great helmet for all around riding, whether you're out there on the dirt jumper, you're hitting the local trails for jumps, or just all around trail riding. It's got a lot of good ventilation here, so big bore vents to keep your head nice and cool when you're out there riding. And what I do like about it is, the amount of space around the ears, so you can still have a conversation while riding that helmet around there. You're not saying huh and all those kind of things out there. So this is the Fox Dropframe Pro.
Yeah, it's a great option if you want a little bit more protection than your standard half shell, but you don't want to go all the way up to that full face. It's great for pedaling. It's just great for all around use.
All right, next up, moving into another top brand here at Jenson USA, and that's Troy Lee Designs. We got the A3. This is the helmet I ride all the time when it comes to trail riding. I absolutely love this helmet. TLD was here for a demo, and you were able to demo some helmets. So I tried an A3, and ever since then I haven't thought about another helmet. Honestly, it just fit perfectly. So this is a triple layer core here, so you're gonna get that EPS foam, but it's triple layered in here to really just give you that nice quality safety when it comes to riding on a helmet. Again, we got the Fidlock here when it comes to securing the helmet, convenient. Like Alex said a minute ago, just makes it easier to get it on and off. We got a 3-way adjustable visor. So if you're rocking goggles, glasses, whatever, it's gonna kind of give that adjustment. Ionic insert here, again, it's not gonna smell if you're a really sweaty person. But speaking of sweat, one of my favorite things I love about the A3 is it's got this little, like a gutter system for your sweat here. Now what this does is it's a little small foam layer. It sits along your forehead, and what it does is it directs all the sweat when you're out there riding, and it makes it drip down the side of your face so it's not dripping down the front. You see a lot of guys wearing their helmets and they're squeegeeing out their helmets and just all that sweat's dripping in their face. With this, it really just directs it along the side of your face, so it kind of keeps it out of your eyes the whole time, you know, if you're out there riding in the heat. It's got a really nice protection here in the back. It is adjustable, so it secures really nicely. Of course, equipped with MIPS and all the latest technology. And most importantly, the one thing I really noticed about this helmet was it fit really, really nicely on my head. It fit super comfortably. I suffer from a lot of migraine issues, and this helmet didn't put any hot spots or pressure points on my head. It just sit really smoothly on there. Never shifted when doing a lot of technical or real chunky type of downhills and stuff. Just an all around, I really enjoy the helmet.
Yeah. As the name suggests, this is the 3rd version. Truly's been making helmets for years. I remember when the A1 came out years ago, it was a great helmet, and this is just 3 generations better. So they put a lot of thought and effort into these designs, and that's why they fit so good.
Yeah, and then just, you know, jumping into the next one here is one of the latest releases here is from TLD, if you want to grab that Flowline. Now this comes a little bit less on the price point option when it comes to these helmets, but that same great fit, like immediately you're getting that same great fit. I think you test rode this helmet when we had TLD here for a demo recently, and you really, really enjoyed that helmet. Yeah,
this thing is really nice. It fits great. It's super lightweight. It also comes in a really clean design for the people that just want something a little more simple looking. It's a great finish, great quality, as you would expect.
It's a little bit lighter. You can immediately feel it. Like when you're holding the A3, like you kind of get that. One thing I like about this is the Flowline is it has that nice, if you want to show this to the camera, it's got this nice brow vent system here. So as you're moving, you're gonna get that ventilation straight into that forehead and everything. You do have a little bit more of a padding here, so you're not getting that direct foam system on the Flowline for sweat wicking, but it still keeps it out of your eyes really well on the Flowline. It's only a 2-way visor on that one, so you're not gonna get as many options, but in reality, if we're just, how many people are adjusting their visor 3 different ways?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just want a little bit of adjustment if you have goggles or in the sense, something like that.
Yeah, I would say for the budget, it really doesn't sacrifice the important parts that you want in a helmet. Yep. You don't get quite as much of the bling and the extra features, but it still has the fid lock. That's super important to me. Yep. And it still has all the safety features that you'd expect. Yep.
And the same great fit. So check out the Flowline if you're looking for that fit. You don't really want to spend that higher price on the A3, or you want a little bit less weight. But in the end, both helmets are a great choice.
Next up, we have the POC Kortal Race. This is MIPS equipped as well. POC is definitely big on the safety. I think they're a lot of times ahead of the game. They do have this Med ID feature, which is really cool. If you do get in a crash, medical responders will be able to scan that and get your information, which is super important. It's got EPS core, it's got a unibody shell. It's just a very structurally sound helmet. Yeah, it's got a nice breakaway visor, which if you don't know, like if a visor doesn't break away immediately on impact, what it can do is force your head to kind of twist to a specific area and cause more harm. So having that breakaway visor, it kind of just immediately breaks during an impact if you get to that point, and just creates another safety measure for you. And like Alex is saying, like POC really focuses on safety aspects. So the Med ID, you set up your ID within the helmet system. Something ever happens through an NFC scanner, they can basically get your medical information right there from the helmet. They don't have to try to find your phone or a wallet or something like that with the helmet. Yeah, something interesting I also noticed with this breakaway visor, some other helmets do have breakaway visor features as well, but they tend to kind of rattle and squeak. These actually have these little felt pads tucked in here, which eliminates any of that squeaking. So when you're riding, you're just not going to have that annoying squeak or rattle. Just the attention to detail that POC puts into the helmets really makes them stand apart.
Yeah, I really love their venting system. Like from the front, if you look at it from like a frontward angle, you're getting those brow vents like we saw on the Flowline, but you're also getting so many vents here, like right in the front, that go along with that visor. So that visor is not only taking that sun out of your eyes, but it's also helping still increase that airflow through the helmet. And POC just looks sleek. Like a buddy of mine, you know, he rides a POC Kortal. And every time I look at that thing, I'm like, man, that helmet looks really sick on his head. Like, it just looks bad.
They look good, they feel good, they're light, and you know they're safe too.
Yep. So that's the POC Kortal race. Moving on, we got Smith up next here, and we're gonna start off here with a great budget-friendly helmet. Maybe you're not looking to really break your bankroll, you're just getting into mountain biking, you're looking for that nice, affordable, under $100 helmet that still offers all that good safety and protection you need to get out there for that assurance to ride your new mountain bike. With this, we got the Smith Convoy. This is equipped with MIPS. It's got a nice liner in here. It's gonna fit comfortably on your head. It's got 20 vents on here, so I mean, you're really gonna get that airflow that you expect when it comes to riding. This is compatible with Smith eyewear. One thing of note is you're not gonna get that adjustable visor, but it is a breakaway visor, so it does still go to the coordinates of safety protocol, but you're just not gonna be able to adjust it. But like I kind of mentioned earlier, visor adjustments really isn't that sell point, at least not for me it's ever been, but maybe that is for you. It's got a nice adjustment system here, so it's gonna fit nice and snug on your helmet and give you everything you need in a nice quality, safe helmet for under $100. Now maybe you're looking for something a little bit more high cost with newer features and innovations, and that's why Alex here's got one for you as well.
Yeah, so here we have the Smith Engage. Also has MIPS technology, but it also does utilize their kind of signature choroid zonal features in there. So that's just gonna create some extra protection for impacts. This also does have great integration with Smith eyewear. Smith's big on their eyewear. So it's just great to have something that's meant to work with this helmet.
So this one, you're getting a little bit more ventilation on there than the Convoy. And just speaking more about that choroid technology, basically it's like a honeycomb that's meant to basically, if you think about new age cars, the way they are meant to crumble in specific areas to reduce impact to areas of your body and keep you safe. That's basically what they've put here on certain zones of the helmet that are known more prone to be impact when you go down. And so that choroid basically, it looks like a bunch of straws glued together or like honeycomb. It basically collapses on impact and absorbs all of that energy so it doesn't transfer into your head.
Yeah, and a side advantage to that is it's super light and it's super vented, so you really get a great combination there.
All right, moving on down the list, here we got Specialized Camber. Now this is just a great half shell helmet coming in at a really solid, affordable price. If you know anything about Specialized, you know you can trust the quality of their product and you're gonna get a really nice helmet. This is no exception. One of my favorite things here is, again, similar to like the MIPS, or not the MIPS, excuse me, the Smith technology on safety. They have this Angie crash detection. Basically, you scan this QR code and you can set up a similar option here where it has crash detection built into the helmet. Just another nice, safe feature you want on your helmet should ever something happen and something, you need to make sure you're there. This has MIPS technology. It's got a great little liner system in here to keep it nice, comfortable, and snug on your head. It does not have an adjustable visor, but as we're seeing with that affordable cost on helmets, you're not really gonna get a lot of those customizations, but you are still getting that comfort and safety, which I think is most important here. Very, very cooling centric, as you see huge vents all over the helmet. So you're gonna really get that nice airflow when it comes to this helmet.
Yeah, I would say this is a great helmet. There's plenty of vents, but you do still get a lot of that back of the head protection, which is really nice. So you know it's gonna be secure, and just that Angie safety feature, especially a lot of people that are riding on their own, going on solo rides, it's just nice to have that extra peace of mind.
Yep. So if you're looking for a nice, safe, quality helmet at an affordable rate, check out the Specialized Camber. All right, moving on down the list, we got the Giro Tyrant. This is the helmet that I personally run when I'm out riding my dirt jumper or at the pump track, having a good time. I like this for a 3/4 helmet. It offers a nice little extra protection here. It's a single body of protection. Of course, equipped with MIPS. Basically down the line, we got MIPS technology on all that. It's just kind of like a thing. Not as much ventilation as you get on a lot of helmets, but I've never really experienced any issues where I'm like, man, I wish, I had a little more vents when it comes to, you know, riding this thing. It's super comfortable. It does have the adjustment here. So one thing here with the Dropframe Pro that we have is you're not really getting an adjustment on there. You kind of got to use the pads for that adjustment. This does have the liner in here in which you can adjust it to your head and get that nice comfortable fit. It does have EPP and EPS shell foam in here. What that basically is it gives you both low speed and high speed impact protection. When it comes to riding a dirt jumper, you know, you might not be going really fast, or a lot of that impact might come at a slow speed. So just having that extra bit of, you know, protection there is just a nice thing to have. So if you're looking for a nice helmet here for your dirt jumper, or even when you get out there on the trail ride, you want to have that nice adjustment system here to get that nice snug fit on your head. Check out the Giro Tyrant. All right, last up in the list, we kind of saved the most gnarly for last. This is the Bell Super Air R. Again, this is another personal helmet of mine that I ride. As you can see, we've been talking about half shell helmets, but this one's got a chin bar. The great thing about this helmet is you can actually remove this chin bar right here. See if I can get it out of these little things. And then it pops out there. So now we're back to talking about half shell helmets. Again, this is a great helmet. It's gonna have MIPS technology. It's got this nice X-Static liner in here. It's very comfortable, absorbs sweat really well. It's got this sweat bar, again, similar to like the TLD A3, where it's gonna keep that sweat out of your eyes and a nice comfortable ride. Nice adjustable inner liner there to get it a nice snug fit. It's got a camera mount here, so that way if you want to get all your sick riding footage and show all your friends, you can mount the camera there. Adjustable breakaway visor here, which is really good. It fits really well, but I think the biggest sell point about this is it does have the removable chin bar, and it is downhill certified. If you find yourself getting super gnarly, I wouldn't say this should be your only helmet. But if you're on those areas where you know you're gonna go a little bit steeper out, maybe you're out hitting Santa Cruz, you're hitting some of those kind of gnarlier stuff, you don't wanna bring your full face, but you want a little bit of extra support or safety there for your chin, the Super R here is a pretty sick option.
Yeah, this is a great helmet. It's a little bit beefier than some of the other helmets on our list, but that's by design. So people that are looking just for that extra bit of protection, don't mind a little bit of the extra weight. This is a great option, and you do also have that removable chin bar. So it just makes it more of a versatile helmet. You can use it in more scenarios. It's still plenty ventilated for those pedal days, so you're not really gonna have to worry about that. Yeah, I'd say this is probably one of the most versatile helmets on this list.
So if you're looking for something that's kind of a little more all around, you're finding yourself riding a little bit steeper stuff, but also riding trails where you don't wanna have a full face all the time, check out, you know, the Bell Super Air R. All right, so those were our top 10 picks of half shell helmets here at Jenson USA. Whether you're going for something budget friendly, specialized camber, all the way up to something really nice with like a 3/4 shell on the Dropframe Pro, or even if you're trying to get super gnarly where you find yourself needing a chin bar to get that extra face protection on the Super Air R, we got you covered here on our top 10 picks. Maybe you're even looking for a full face helmet to go with your new half shell. Well, make sure to check out our other video here. We'll drop a link on our top full face helmets to make sure you're keeping that head protected and safe. Like we like to say here at Jenson USA, keep pedaling.
Keep pedaling.